Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be doing part 2 of the enterprise network that we built the other day. Let me just show you or give you a synopsis, I guess you could say, or like of what we did the other day on part 1. So basically here we just configured inter-VLAN routing, HSRP here with the SVIs using a virtual IP address, as well as that virtual IP address being advertised. Let me zoom in because you can't see for Nathan. Um, the default gateway and the IP addresses were all given dynamically via this DHCP server right here, and they were all assigned from these pools, right? As well as we confirmed everything was fine. We just had a shut down packet tracer, open it back up, and it started working, and all these devices started getting IP addresses. Here we also have high availability, redundancy, and load balancing from LACP here as a port channel, layer 2, as well as redundancy to the external network, or not really external. I mean, you could say that because it's going to end up going through here and then through there. So yeah, you could say external, but redundancy is saying like if this goes out, we're still able to reach it through this route since these port channels, right? Very highly redundant network that we built here, as well as multi-area. As you can see, this area 1, right here is the backbone area, 0. This is area 3, and this is area 2. As well as we confirmed two-way communication and connectivity with pings from, I think it was this PC right here, PC4 and VLAN 10, from each PC in each, or one PC in each VLAN and one PC in each area that's in a VLAN. That's pretty much all we did, as well as the loopback interfaces. And this part was all done using OSPF, right? And today, what we'll do is this part, or let me see. So these, all of this, as well as this one right here. Whoops. Right. So today we'll do BGP. We'll configure all of these. I don't. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'll see what they're called. They may be route reflectors, but I could be mistaken. So let me just double check that really quick. All right, I'm back, guys. So I was partially correct. So this will not only be a route reflector, but a BGP speaker. And basically, a BGP speaker is the actual router that's running BGP. So this one would be speaker, speaker, speaker. I guess you could call this our makeshift internet a speaker as well. So it's basically just a router running BGP, but it's also going to be a route reflector. And what a route reflector is basically a router that not redistributes, but re-advertises the routes that it learns via BGP to these devices here. So this router, this is going to be a route reflector because it's going to advertise the routes to here, to this router right here, this router right here, and these layer 3 switches here, right? So it's going to be not only a BGP speaker, but a route reflector as well. But yeah, here we're going to do EIGRP as well as I may add some more redundancy here. It has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it has 3, but this one also has more than that. We'll see. I may add a port channel here just in case. We'll see. But yeah, this one is a 3-tier architecture. This is the access layer that aggregates all the connections from the end host, whether that be a printer, PC, an AP. We're also going to configure this as well. We've done it before. That's probably going to be the trickiest part, since these end devices right here will somehow connect to this one instead of the one that's closest. So I'll do that off camera if it's taking too long. Again, highly redundant. Each of these has a connection to one of these layer 3 switches. These layer 3 switches has two connections to each of these routers, or one connection to each of these routers, as well as a connection to this layer 3 switch as well. And then this one's going to be running BGP, but here it's just EIGRP, as well as BGP here, and that's pretty much it. And then we're also going to configure NAT here, as well as probably we'll see if we're going to be if we'll do DNS here as well. But yeah, we're using PAT as well as ACLs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and dive in for today. Let's go ahead and where should we start? Let's start here at the access layer. So let's make a new one, get our handy mop in, as well as zoom in, just to make it easier. All right. So let's turn on the options preference and then turn on the ports. So we'll do basic configs first. So enable conf t host name. I don't know which that is. 13. Oh, host name ASX switch 13. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it's a switch 13. We'll do LLDP run. Then spanning tree mode rapid PVST. Okay. And then we'll create all the VLANs here. So we'll do 14 or 140 through 170. So we'll do, I'm pretty sure that's it for it. And then we'll do VLAN 140, name guest, exit, VLAN 150, name staff, exit, VLAN 160, name name admin, exit, VLAN 170, name that. I think that's support. Yeah, that's support. Support, exit. All right, so now that we created the VLANs, we'll assign these interfaces as access ports and then trunk these two. We'll do interface range. Let's play around. So 3 through 5. Whoops. Fast Ethernet 03 through 5. Switch port mode access. So we're making it as an access port here, and then assigning it to a specific VLAN. Switch port access VLAN 140. We'll do exit, and then we'll do interface range again. I'm pretty sure this is 1 and 2. Let's see. Yeah, 1 and 2. Fast Ethernet 0. Jesus. Through 2. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk. Allowed VLAN 140, 150, 160, and 170. Exit. And I'm pretty sure that's it for this layer 3 switch. So for now that I just showed you this one, I'll configure these off screen just because it's pretty much going to be the same configurations. The only thing that we're going to change, it might be, no, it looks like, yeah, so the only thing we're going to change is this right here, this VLAN that they belong to, because it looks like it's uniform. So see 345, 345, 345 over there as well, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 that we're gonna put as trunks. So basically, the only thing that's gonna change is the VLAN that we assign these access ports to. So I'll do that off screen, and then we'll configure these distribution switches. And I might just make this an ether channel, or a port channel, excuse me, to provide more redundancy here. Just because as a network engineer, you have to think about, oh, we need failover. If this fails, we can't have downtime. We need it to keep going, right? So we're gonna do, you would call it an augmentation. Actually, it wouldn't, because an augmentation, what it is, it's basically you have an existing port channel and you're just adding a link to it or a new interface. Right here, this is not a port channel, so I'll make this a port channel, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to these layer 3 switches, right? But for now, I'll be right back, all right? Actually, one more thing. I'll actually show you that I'm pasting it in and that the mop actually works. And then I'll do the rest of it off screen. Just to not bore you with the same thing, right? So boom, works. And just to verify, do show VLAN brief. And then you can see yes, right there. And then do show interfaces trunk. 1 and 2, perfect. And then I'll troubleshoot that because it should, since it's a switch, every time it has a connection to something, it should be up up instead of down down. So let's actually do that. Do show IP interface brief. What is this? That's 3. Right here. It says protocol. So let's do. So status, I'm pretty sure it's layer 1. Protocol is layer 2. So let's do interface fast Ethernet 03. No shut. Or shut. No shut. So it's not on this one, as we can see. Let me show you. It's up here, but the access point itself, it's down. This is probably why. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's good now. But yeah, since it worked and we verified it via just show you as well here. Oh, it shows you there as well. Up, or the line protocol here should be up. Yep. 3, perfect. So we verified it using the commands of show VLAN brief to show that we've created the VLANs as well as given them names here, as well as the trunk ports. The fast Ethernet 02 and 1 are trunking with 802.1Q. So, and then these are the allowed VLANs, right? But the rest I'll do off screen, and we'll come back for the layer 3 switches, okay? All right, be right back. All right, I'm back. Finished the configurations on these access layer switches. Here's the mops, as well as had the APs, changed them out for the Merrick ones. Let me see if I'm able to find them again. Connections. Either way, right? APs, right? The Merrick ones, as well as had the laptop and tablets connect to them wirelessly, and that's how it looks. All we really did for the laptops is turn it off and then give them this WPC 300N and swap it out for whatever I had in there. And it's supposed to look like that. Let me zoom in to give you a better look. So some weird looking thing there, right? Like an elephant trunk, right? And that's pretty much all we did. I also added this, made it a port channel. Well, we haven't done anything. That's just this symbol right here signifies port channel. And now we're gonna move on to the distro switches. So let me see. copy, and then let's go into here and start configuring these layer 3 switches. Okay, so we'll do enable conf c host name, paste that in, LLDP run, spanning tree, mode, rapid PBST, and that's pretty much, nope, have to create the VLANs on it first. So let's do this. Paste that. Now it's done. And then I'm pretty sure that's 3 and 4. We'll do interface range, fast Ethernet 7, fast Ethernet 03 through 4, switch port, mode. Actually, we have to set the encapsulation first. So switch port, trunk, encapsulation dot 1Q. So it doesn't have that. This, I think it's n dash 802.1Q. So it doesn't have this. This just signifies negotiating between ISL and 802.1Q. We'll just use 802.1Q because it's the industry standard. So after that, we'll do switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk, allow VLAN, and it's just VLAN, not VLANs with the S. If you put an S, it just won't take it. Then let's just scroll up, copy this, paste that in there, and I'm pretty sure that's it for that part. And then we'll do the port channel now. Ooh, I forgot about these. So we've done these, but we need these now as well. So let's actually go ahead and answer this one. We'll do n show LLDP neighbors. Whoops, haven't established anything yet. Let's just do conf c. Paste that in. Do show LLDP neighbors. Perfect. All right. So we've done 3 and 4. So 5 and 6. We'll just basically copy this, just change the interfaces, or the last digit of the interfaces. Actually, let's just do this. Because we haven't pasted this into production yet. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So now those are trunks. Minimize this. Here, I think, let me see. That's 8. All right. We'll change this to 8 really quick. Copy. Paste. Change this back to 7. Perfect. And then we'll just do this again. May have to wait a little bit for it to actually populate. Let's fast forward like a few seconds. Perfect. So now these are the distro ones that we're going to use as the port channels. So let's do interface range, fast Ethernet. This is a so it's fast Ethernet 02, comma, fast Ethernet 08 through 10. Wait, through 10. All right, perfect. And then we'll do channel group 1 mode active, because we're going to use LACP since it's industry standard. And then exit. We'll do interface PO1, which is port channel 1. Let me scroll down a little. We'll do switch port, and we'll just copy this since we're going to use pretty much the same commands. Perfect. We'll do exit. That's pretty much it. And let me just see 2.8. Yeah, perfect. So I can just copy those as well. All right, so this is the port channel is done now, and we have the VLANs. So then let's create the SVIs as well as enable standby on them using the virtual IP addresses, as well as the IP helper address so that they're able to get their IP addresses from here. I'm thinking though we may have to do default routes here, but we'll see. We'll do it in simulation mode and use the DHCP discover discover message, because DORA discover offer request access or acknowledge, excuse me. We'll use the discover message to see how far it gets. If it doesn't make it past, I think either these layer 3 switches or these routers here, then we'll use a default route and we'll load balance it between, or provide not floating static route. We'll provide redundancy as well as failover. Let's say this one fails, then this one can be used. Let me actually move it. Right, so let me move this out the way a little bit as well. So if this one fails, then we'll be able to use this one. So we'll put 2 default routes, one using this in this interface here, or this next hop address, as well as this next hop address, just to provide more redundancy there. If the discover message doesn't make it past these layer 3 switches or these routers. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do. But right now we're just going to do the SVIs. So let me show you what that looks like. So which one's the first one? Is 40, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So interface VLAN 140. We'll do the first IP address, or the first available IP address in this the subnet right here. We'll assign it to distro switch 7. Here we'll do the second available, and the third available IP address will be the virtual IP address that we're going to assign or give these and have it advertised via this DHCP server. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do IP. Actually, gotta put IP routing. That's the one that I forgot. IP routing. Since these are going to be performing inter-VLAN routing as well. Right. We'll do not no switch port. That's for this interface here. We'll do IP add 172.16 or 116.140.1, and then it's a /24, so we'll do a /24 mask. We'll do that, and then standby 1, and then it's version 2, I'm pretty sure, and then standby IP, or standby 1 IP, and then 172.16.10, no, 140.3. We'll fix this up right here. I'm pretty sure that's the syntax for it. IP, and then it's helper hyphen address. What is this one? This one right here. Oh yeah, we'll just test that out really quick. I just have these just to test out the syntax because we're going to be running EIGRP as well as just to make sure I have the syntax for standby actually good. So let's see. And conf t, we'll do interface VLAN 50 standby, and then it's 1, and then it's IP followed by the IP address. Standby 1 IP, standby 1 IP, and then standby version version 2. All right, so we'll remove this right here. I just want to get the syntax good so it goes through smoothly without any errors, things like that. IP helper address, and that's pretty much it for it. Actually, let's add exit right here as well. Oops. And that's pretty much it. We added the IP address, first available, enabled standby 2, version 2, and then standby 1. Excuse me, give it the virtual IP address. Oh, another thing about configuring HSRP is that if you have, let me show you. If this one is running version 2 and this one is running version 1, then it will just have a constant error conflicting it, and then it will just flood the page. And I've had it before on Packet Tracer where it just ended up freezing it, and I had to spam simulation mode just to stop it and then configure it as standby version 2. Very, very annoying. So just a little heads up with that if you do this project as well. So right now we'll just change this to 150. 150. 150. Perfect. This is 60. 60. 60. Change this to 70. Perfect. So now that's done. SVIs. We will do what else? Port channels done, trunking, SVIs. So now that what's left is the routing protocol and then configuring these interfaces. We'll save the routing protocol for later. Let's do the interfaces first. Options, whoops. Preferences. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to know what's going on. This is where LLDP really becomes useful. Options, preferences. You can't see what's going on there at all. I don't care who you are. So we'll go on here. We'll just enable no shut. And conf t interface. Dang, I really can't tell which one is which. Let's see if we're able to see it through here. Actually, let's connect that here, bro. Now we'll use those markers as, or those messages, because it'll pop up here. Perfect. So we'll do, I didn't even have to do that. I just had to do LLDP run. And I still had to enable it. So let's do interface range G01. It's not F. I mean, it's not F, it's supposed to be G. But there's ranges. I think that was G0/0/1. We'll do no shit. No, I got it right. But why is it not? This one has LLDP on it. What do show? See, it has LLDP running on it. Maybe it just takes a little longer. Now it has it there. Perfect. Do the same thing here. G01. This is the annoying part where you click it, it's on currently. All right. We'll fast forward a bit. Jesus. They move slowly here. Do this. G01. Just do this. G000. Alright, so that's the ones that we're gonna enable LLDP or do no shut on. No and conf T LLDP run interface range G, and then I'm pretty sure it's that. Yeah. Forgot the comma. Exit. Do show LDP neighbors. Perfect. Do end. Exit. Alright. Now there we go. So now we use LLDP here. Do end. Show LLDP neighbors. Here we'll do interface. I should name them, of course. Core R6. Core. Let me copy it instead of remembering it. Host name. Conf C. Host name. And exit. Alright, now let's run the show LLDP neighbors command again. Let's see. Run it again. There we go. Now that's updated. This one's 5, even though you can't tell at all. This one's 5. No, that's 6. Alright, this one's 6. Jesus, that's really dark. 6, 6. So it's this 10.0.10. 6 first. We'll do interface. Fast Ethernet 07. We'll do IP add 10.0.10.1. And then it's the /30. So we'll do that. We'll do no shut. We'll do exit. Right, 10.0.10.30. Perfect. And then this one's 12. So we actually IP add 10.0.12.1 exit interface. And then core 5 is faster than a 01. All right, so that's that one. And then let's see EIGRP as well here. We'll do exit, we'll do IP routing, do router, EIGRP, and then 6.5. This one is 65002. 65002. Perfect. Network. Neighbor. I'm pretty sure it's just network, but we'll troubleshoot if we end up needing to use this neighbor command really quick. But we'll copy this. The router EIGRP. Network. Actually, let's see how it goes. 10.0.10.0. Watercard mask. 3. Then we'll see which one. All right, that's it. So no network. I mean area. So I'm pretty sure that's it. And then we'll basically do the same thing. Network 10.0.12.0.0.0.3. I'm pretty sure that's it for the commands on this. So EIGRP, it's the router EIGRP followed by the ASN or the autonomous system number, and that's the configurations for it. We'll see if we need this neighbor command to actually establish adjacencies in a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll come back if we do need it, and I'll do the router 5, I think. Yeah, core router 5, this one off screen, since it's pretty much copying and pasting it on here, right? We're using this configuration that we did as a template for this. We'll just substitute some of the numbers and things like that. But yeah, I'll be right back. All right. All right, guys, I'm back and finished the mops. All we gotta do is just paste them in, and yeah, as well as the neighbor command. It's similar to the neighbor command in BGP, where you specify its neighbor. I'm pretty sure it's the IP address, and then it's basically when you want to send, instead of multicasting, for any address that falls within this range, it's going to be unicast, so like a static route, like you only there, specifying it. And instead of, for example, instead of a teacher yelling at the entire classroom, she's gonna walk up to the kid, tap him on the shoulder, and say, "Come on, let's go outside." Right. Basically, so instead of sending a message in a group chat, you're just gonna personally text someone, DM them, right? Instead of basically multicast and unicast. Hopefully that made sense. But let's go ahead and actually paste these into the devices. Hold on. Oops. Perfect. Copy. Exit. Paste. All right. Invalid. So it looks like we have a few that are having issues. Switchboard trunk encapsulation .q. Alright, so first it's the show interfaces trunk. So it says auto, even though we've
configured them to not advertise, to get rid of this with the switchboard trunk encapsulation. I might have just spelled it wrong in our reality. So let's see. Oh, okay. That should be enough. So we do nconf t interface fast Ethernet 03. I click G interface 3 switchboard trunk cancellation down. Now I may have spelled it wrong. What did I put? I did. I put encapsulation. That's why. So we'll do with that. That's the good one. See, a simple typo like that is we mess it up. We'll do switch this up as well. V All right, now let's just run this again, and then we'll EIGRP will have to troubleshoot that because that also showed up as an error. We're doing one at a time though. We'll do end, exit, pastes. All right, so now let's see if those went away. Yes, everything was good up until this. Why? Ah, no switchboard. I'm stupid. No switchboard. And then this is double interface. That doesn't make any sense. No switchboard. Let me go ahead and fix that down here as well. I really forgot to review it. That's on me. No switchboard. All right. All right, we're still on the same switch. All right. Let's see. That's probably why. Because everything else, what are we in? What mode? And conf C, and then let's see if this now works. Wait. There we go. Copy. Paste that. All right, that's what was messing it up. So the configurations had some typos. One because I fat fingered the encapsulation, swelling it, and the other one because I forgot no switch port. Let's do that. Do end, exit, paste that in there. Perfect. See, now it went in through without an issue. So now let's fast forward a bit. So I'm just gonna spam it. And then once they start blinking again, that's when we know it's caught up. All right, now we're back there. So let's see. Do show interfaces trunk first. All right, perfect. Port channel is trunking. All right. Do exit. Show ETH summary. SU perfect. P means port channel. In port channel SU, I think S means layer 2. Yeah, layer 2 means in use. U means in use. All right. Let's see what else did we do. show standby 140, 30, 153, 163, 73, perfect. Show IP interface brief. So this one, wait, 2, 13, 13. Did I? Oh, we're on the wrong. Uh, Wrong one. I thought we were on this one. I got scared for a second. 13 is this one right here. Actually, let's do show LDP neighbors as well, just to make sure. 13, this is R6, yeah. 13 R6. That's Ethernet 01, 13.1, perfect. 11, 1, 7, perfect. And then now let's look at the. Actually, let's do this again. So it should show the SVIs. So line 40, 50, 60, perfect. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, show IP protocol, EIGRP, and then the autonomous system 65002. Perfect. Show IP EIGRP and show IPOSPF process. Or what's after this? Is that just interfaces? We'll see neighbors. Show IP. There show IP route. Connected 40, 50, 60, 70. All right, so it's all connected. I really forgot that about that. I guess we'll see how it feels on this one right here, since these are the SVIs, so they have it locally. Now let's do these. All right. So that's good. We'll do N, conf T, host name, core R, R6, just to make sure. I can't tell at all. R6. And I have my brightness up. It's a little too dark. Core R6. We'll do LLDP run. Even though it already has it, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's it for now. We'll do interface. Run this one first. So let's do show LDP. Actually, in or exit. Whoa, enable show LDP neighbors. Scooch this more that way. Actually, not too far. Perfect. Perfect. So that's 7. So distro 7 is this one. So interface G01/0 07. So that's 10. IP add 10.0.10.2. 2, no shut. Exit interface G001 IP add 10.0.13.2. No shut. Do exit, and then that should be good for that. I think I reversed it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So just switch this around. perfect. I think I also swapped these around, if I'm not mistaken. So all right, now that makes more sense. Um, let's see here. Router EIGRP 65. Remember, it's the ASN 002. Network 10.0.10.0.0.0.3 area. No, that's it. Network 10.0.13.0.0.0.3. And then that should be enough for it. Actually, let's also configure this interface as well and have it advertise it. So let's do network 10.0.7.0.0.0.3. Now we can exit. I actually don't know what interface that is. Let's see if we're able to see it with preferences. G00. Interface. IP add 10.0.7.1.255.2. No shut. Exit. Now we should be. Let me remove this. All right. Now I'll do this one off screen since it's pretty much the same thing. I'll come back when I actually paste it in. Then we'll do this one, as well as set up BGP and make this interface an up, as well as NAT, maybe DNS, and this one as well. We're definitely doing PAT and some ACLs as well. Since this is a guest, I don't want it communicating with anything else. All right. But yeah, I'll be right back, all right? All right, guys, I'm back, finished. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm back. And yeah, right now we're just gonna copy and paste this into their appropriate routers. Just make sure 6. We'll do 6 first. Let's see. Exit. Paste. All right. NBR, EIGRP. Yes, sir. All right. Do the same thing here. Whoops. Copy that. Paste that. Perfect. All right. Do show IP route. D. Ah. Let me see. I know why. Because here we're supposed to distribute. Let me see. We actually show here. We're only advertising these. We're supposed to advertise it like this as well. So 2.16.0.0. There. So that's what we're supposed to do as well here. So let me just copy this and paste it into, which one is this? Distro switch 8 here. And conf team, paste, exit. Distro 8. Now let's copy this one. Paste this into 7, which is this one, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Paste that there. And that's why it wasn't, when we did show IP route, it only has one D for EIGRP. Do it again, it should show you. Nope, still not. Let me fast forward a little bit, because now it's supposed to be advertising. Maybe it just needs time to update. Yep, they're blinking again now. So let's see. No, it's still showing only one. Is this correct for both of them? It says new adjacency. Do show IP. It has two. So we'll have to do each one, or instead of using route summarization, this one's like BGP, where you have to specifically advertise it. So instead of just this one, we're going to have to, not on the distro, on this router here. And then this one's not even getting it. Funny. This one's supposed to be I mean, it has it with, which one's 10? 10 is this one. What did I do wrong? Oh, it's being advertised, this one. It's not being advertised. We'll see. But this one has it. No, it's learning. Let's do it again just to see. Yeah, we'll have to go back, remove that command. What is this one? On 8, we'll do 8 first. We'll do no. And then we'll copy, not copy, we'll do network. 172.16.140.0 0.0.0.2.5. Copy this, and then we'll just change. So that's 140, 150, 160, 170. 40, 150, 160. No, this is 170. Now let's do exit. Copy. And which one is this? I'm pretty sure it's 8. Yeah, we're on 8. Alright, perfect. Paste that in. Should switch 8. That's why, because we didn't tailor it yet. So here we'll do move this. Put that in. Yes, 7. There we go. Now if we see this, hopefully. No, again, it still doesn't, it only has 16. This one says it's formed a lot of them. It's only being advertised this. But it says it's 140, 50, 60, and 72. So I formed an adjacency with this one. Show IP route. Do show IP route. Just did it learn. This one and this one? Which one's that? 10.0. Do show IP. I didn't even use route summarization. I did 10, 12, 40, 50, 60, 70. Sources, internal, external. That's strange. Let's test it out to see if we're able to actually ping. Do show IP interface brief. We'll copy this one. Wait, which interface? Either way, it should be able to ping it if it's being advertised correctly. Let's go to admin here. Static, we'll just give it 172.16.160.3. 172.16.160. We'll just do 8. Right. Desktop command prompt. We'll do ping. Pastes. Do simulation mode. What am I on this one? Excuse me. Alright, we'll see. Bow. Let it out of all of them. Move. We'll start. Got a little distract. So it's not gonna send that out of here. So what are these doing? But it's what? Give me. I'll be back. I'll troubleshoot this off screen and then I'll come back with the solution in a bit. Hello guys, I am back and I found out the reason. So let me speak to you actually. So by default, EIGRP is classful. So it's gonna, if you put 172.16, it's just gonna summarize it to a /16. And to disable it, you need to go into router, EIGRP followed by the ASN or autonomous system number, and do no auto summary for it to actually advertise and learn the routes. Because if not, if you just put a 10.172.16.0/24, it's gonna convert that to 10.0.0.0/8 because it's classful by default and it will summarize the routes. So that's why it wasn't working before. And we did, let me show you. No auto summary, and look at it. All of this happened, right? Let me show you. Whoops. Do show IP route. And there you see 40, 150, 60, and 70. Guys, this is very important and it slipped my mind as well. By default, EIGRP is class full, so it's gonna summarize your routes. Remember, put no auto summary for it to actually work how you want it to work using class list IP addresses, and it will work. I really forgot that. Now that I remember it, it started working now. So just a little heads up, guys. Holy, I'm scared. I gotta power this on. A little. It's powered on. What are you talking about? While we wait for this to boot, but just remember that it's auto. It's remember to disable summary because that's the part where it messed me up. And I remember learning about it using Jeremy's IT lab, where he had a lab where we had to disable it and where he talked about it and it just flooded back into my mind. These routers boot really, really slow. Holy. All right. No. We'll do N. Actually, let's write the mop for this one as well. Let me just do this. Let me tailor this as well. No auto summary. There we go. That was the only thing stopping this. Fix that. No auto summary. Add that to everything. No auto summary is going to be your best friend with EIGRP. No. There we go. Now we're on this one right here. So we'll do enable conf t host name R4, and then we'll do interface G00. Nope. Ing. No, it's just int. IP add 10.0.7.0, no 1. Let me scroll up because I'm pretty sure I gotta swap these around. I knew it. Whoops. 2. And then it's a point to point. No. Shut. Exit. Interface G001. IP add 10.0.8.2. And then it's a point to point. No shut. Exit. So it leaves these two. Now we're just gonna do this one. Interface serial2/0 IP add, and then it's 10.0.6. And then we'll just put 2 as well. So point to point again. No shut. Exit. Interface loopback 1. I think that's the syntax. We'll see. IP add 5.5.255, and then we'll just use a /32. That's good. No shut. And then exit. And then router EIGRP 65002. No auto summary again. Remember that. We'll do network 10.0.6.0.0.0.3. Network 10.0.8.0.0.3. And then we'll advertise this loopback address. Perfect. Now we'll do exit. Now we'll do BGP. So we'll do router BGP 65002. Remember, the syntax is the ASN, or the autonomous system number of the autonomous system that the device currently resides in. That's an extra 0. Let me remove that. Right. So that's it. We'll do, I think it's neighbor, and then it's the IP address of the neighbor, or the interface on the neighbor. 10.0.6.1, and then I'm pretty sure it's remote -as 65. I forgot what it was. 65003. 3. Right. Now that it's established, we will network Mm, Scroll up. We'll enable it on advertise. Do these. We'll just add a mask between. So by that I mean just doing this. And then I'm pretty sure it uses a subnet mask instead of a wildcard mask. If I'm not mistaken. Let me get these. Mask. I'm pretty sure that's it. Um, we'll test it out, but I'm pretty sure that should be fine. Exit. So we're advertising the loopback address, these interfaces. Hmm. I mean, I'm pretty sure the main part of it though is just having these PC or N hosts actually get IP addresses. So that's pretty much what I want to do this. And then this loopback as well. Let me turn off this fan. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Well, yeah, I'm thinking if we should advertise these as well, like these point-to-point connections. Because let me see what's in here. Security, IT. IT might have to troubleshoot it. Management, HR, finance. I mean, we can block it. We'll just advertise and use a ACL to block, um, or explicitly permit certain VLANs like where is it? IT, maybe engineering, to actually be able to SSH into those interfaces to configure said device. Probably have to add. No, we will have to enable SSH, create a enable password and a username and password for the local database as well. Probably we'll do that. We'll see. We'll maybe save that for a different video since this video is getting a little long. Yeah, I might just cut it off here after this, and then we'll finish setting up everything else tomorrow or another day. We'll see. But so far, it's pretty much exit. All right, perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Another tomorrow or whenever I decide to upload the next video, we'll finish setting up BGP on this one, as well as configuring the ACL, setting up SSH, as well as DNS, since this video is already pretty long. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for part 3, where we finish up this project, hopefully. Right, we might even just keep adding. We'll see. But thank you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.